Alexander Isak set for immediate Liverpool blow if £130 million Newcastle transfer is completed. Liverpool are running out of time to secure the signing of Alexander Isak, with just days of the summer transfer window left to run. Isak has been linked with a switch to Liverpool all summer, but so far the Reds have had no luck trying to prize him out of Newcastle United. The Premier League champions have already seen one bid turned down by Newcastle, who have made it clear they will only sell on their own terms. Their stance is believed to have softened somewhat in recent days, with Newcastle having secured the signing of striker Nick Woltmade. But there remains work to do if Isak is to sign for Liverpool before Monday's deadline. It remains a big if at this stage, with contrasting reports about a rumored £130 million approach from the 20-time champions. That being said, even if Isak is ushered in before Monday, the Swede will suffer an immediate blow given his preferred No. 14 shirt is already taken by Federico Chiesa. It's a number that holds plenty of value for Isak, who has opened up about his decision to wear the number 14 shirt in the past. He told the BBC, "He was definitely one player I liked a bit extra. Many great players have had the number 14. You have Ginola from Newcastle as well. When I signed for Newcastle, all of the numbers that were available, I think 14 was the most iconic one. I'm very happy with 14, but on the other hand, I know the number 9 shirt is special for the fans." Liverpool boss Arne Slot did hint a deal for Isak could be close on Friday, saying, "Newcastle have signed a new number 9 which is very nice for Eddie." How? Newcastle, if it's true, and I have no reason to not believe what you are saying, are about to sign a new number 9. That's very nice for Eddie as Anthony Gordon is suspended and Alexander Isak has not been training with the team, so it's nice to have a new number 9. I think I said after Monday I could make a sub to impact the game. As always, we try to sign players to help us, but there are no reasons to think after 2 games we need more. We will always try to strengthen if it's the right player at the right price. With just over 36 hours left of the summer transfer window, clubs up and down the country are scrambling to complete their final deals. Manchester United, Liverpool and Chelsea are expected to be particularly busy before Monday's deadline, with Tottenham also in the market for further attacking reinforcements. Alexander Isak's situation at Newcastle has been the saga of the summer, and the Sweden international could finally be granted his exit to join Liverpool before tomorrow's 7 p.m. deadline. Crystal Palace captain Mark Gahey is also a target for the Reds. United are looking to sign a goalkeeper while Chelsea are looking to cancel the proposed loan deal that would have taken Nicholas Jackson to Bayern Munich. Wissa's statement could impact Isak. Brentford striker and Newcastle United transfer target Yoane Wissa has released a bombshell statement ahead of deadline day, outlining his desire to leave the club. The forward could be seen as a potential replacement for Isak at Newcastle. The full statement is as follows. "Over the past few weeks, there has been increased speculation about my future at Brentford Football Club. As a result, I wanted to speak directly and honestly about exactly where things stand. I have stayed silent for much of the summer, but with just hours remaining of the transfer window, I feel compelled to make it clear that I want to leave Brentford. I believe the club are unduly standing in my way despite a series of fair offers throughout the summer. I have always given 100% for Brentford since the day I signed back in 2021. I am proud of what we have built together and have never taken the opportunity to play for the club for granted. Brentford fans will always have a special place in my heart, and I have always conducted myself professionally, both on and off the pitch. It has been a privilege to wear this shirt for 149 games and celebrate 49 goals. Earlier this summer, I held open discussions with the club's senior management, including key directors and the new head coach. I made clear my intention to explore a new challenge. During these conversations, it was confirmed to me and my representatives that the club would not stand in my way if a reasonable offer was received. This was also put in writing. Based on this understanding, I sought to find a new club, keeping Brentford informed with full transparency at every step. Brentford received a formal offer from another Premier League club, and I then communicated I wanted to join. I was under the impression, from all my conversations with Brentford, that there was a mutual agreement to part ways. Yet, as the window comes to an end, the club has now significantly changed its position, going against what was communicated. This has left me in a difficult and frustrating position. The commitment that I could leave this summer has not been fulfilled. It saddens me to have to write that, and I maintain total respect for the club and its fans. I want to make it clear that I have not acted unprofessionally, nor do I wish to leave Brentford on bad terms. I have been transparent in my position throughout. I have continued to communicate openly with the club and conduct myself in a way that reflects my values as both a footballer and a human being. I remain hopeful that a fair and reasonable resolution can still be found before the transfer window shuts. In the meantime, I must do what I feel is right for my career and family, and insist that Brentford honor keep their word to let me join a new club and at a fair price. I want to thank all the Brentford fans for their support and understanding during this difficult situation. Your energy and belief in me has always meant a great deal. This has never been about walking away from what is a fantastic football club. It's about being allowed to move forward with Brentford's blessing based on a repeated commitment made that I could leave for a new chapter this summer. Being made to stay beyond this summer will only tarnish 4 wonderful years at this incredible club, and so I ask Brentford's owners and directors to now keep their word to let me leave in the final hours of the window. Mark Gahey move. Liverpool ready to agree surprise transfer once £40 million Mark Gahey deal complete. Liverpool could complete a surprise transfer at the end of the window if Mark Gahey moves to Anfield, according to reports. The reigning Premier League champions have been among the division's busiest clubs in terms of summer recruitment. They have spent just shy of £300 million on 7 new players and could still do more business ahead of Monday's deadline. A potential move for Crystal Palace defender Mark Gahey has been discussed for some time, but an agreement is yet to be reached. Earlier this weekend, Liverpool reportedly submitted a formal offer worth around £35 million, but Palace were seeking another £5 million in add-ons. Arne Slot is said to believe that Gahey is the ideal man to partner Virgil van Dijk at the back this season. Liverpool reportedly want to sign him now, rather than allowing the saga to stretch into the January window. Gahey has just entered the final year of his contract at Selhurst Park, meaning Palace are under pressure to cash in while they still can. If that deal is completed, it could open up another avenue for Liverpool in the hours before Monday's deadline. They will allow Joe Gomez to leave the club in the event Gahey signs before the window closes, according to Fabrizio Romano. AC Milan are said to be interested in signing Gomez and have reportedly opened talks with Liverpool over a permanent deal. A transfer fee is yet to be agreed, with the terms of the proposed deal under discussion. Meanwhile, it has been reported by Gianluca Di Marzio that Gomez is open to the move in order to play regular football. However, he is not actively pushing to leave Liverpool as things stand. AC Milan have also been linked with Manchester City defender Manuel Akanji, who looks set to leave the Etihad Stadium before Monday's deadline. That deal could be very difficult, though, given that Tottenham are believed to be leading the race. Their proposed move for Gomez will entirely depend on whether Liverpool can land Gahey before the window shuts, with the Reds set to face resistance from Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner. Speaking earlier this week, he said, "From my side, now it is Friday and the window closes on Monday, he has to stay. He has to, because I think it is not possible at the moment to find a Mark Gahey replacement who can play straight away. In the Premier League, being a starter for Crystal Palace, being consistent. When we see our foundation of the success we've had in the last couple of months, and also the foundation of going into the group stage of the Conference League, is our defense. We had 2 clean sheets against Fredrikstad, we've had 5 games played with 3 clean sheets, we've conceded just 1 goal in the Premier League, so this is our foundation. Mark is a crucial part. He's the captain, an English international. He has the most Premier League experience in the whole back line. Getting the right replacement, I think, is almost impossible. Liverpool make late offer for Crystal Palace captain with Joe Gomez part of discussions. Crystal Palace value their captain at £40 million and would be willing to accept an offer of £35 million plus £5 million add-ons. Palace do not want to let Mark Gahey go until they have a replacement. Liverpool's Joe Gomez is understood to have become part of the discussions between the clubs. Liverpool have made a £35 million bid for Crystal Palace captain Mark Gahey. Liverpool's latest offer is worth £35 million plus a 10% sell-on clause. Palace value Guehi at £40 million and would be willing to accept £35 million plus £5 million in add-ons. Palace do not want to sell the defender, who has entered the final year of his contract, until they have a replacement. Liverpool's Joe Gomez is understood to have become part of discussions between the clubs. Palace have an interest in Gomez, and it would be a separate deal, but how keen he is on the move to Selhurst Park at this stage is unknown. Liverpool would not allow Gomez to leave on loan, and they are also reluctant to sell a player who offers so much versatility in their backline. Gomez is also on the lists at AC Milan and Spurs, although Thomas Frank has appeared to cool his interest in signing a new centre-back. Milan appear to be prioritizing Manchester City's Manuel Akanji at the moment. Another player of interest to Palace and on Spurs' radar. Guehi's future could go right to the wire with little over 48 hours until the deadline. Palace boss Oliver Glasner has pleaded for the player to stay at the club until his contract expires next summer. Palace could sign more than one new centre-back. Separately from the Guehi situation, they are progressing with a £22.5 million deal for Toulouse's 19-year-old JD Canvit. Palace boss Glasner says as far as he is concerned Guehi must not be allowed to leave. Heading into the weekend, the defender's future was up in the air with no progress made by Liverpool in talks with Palace. Glasner said there is no time to find a successor to Guehi, who can go straight in as a starter in defense, and reiterated that his captain is fully committed. Glasner said, "From my side, he has to still be a Crystal Palace player, because it's not possible at the moment to find a Mark Guehi replacement who can play straight in the Premier League, being a starter, being consistent. When we see our foundation of success in the last few months, it's our defense. Mark is a crucial part. Getting the right replacement in now is almost impossible. He shows in every game that he's focused. If Mark had said, 'I want to leave Crystal Palace,' it would already have happened weeks ago. Mark is fully committed to the team. He shows it every third day at the moment. It is my point of view that we need to keep Mark."